So today I welcome you to my presentation today. We are here in Kenya, in Egerton University, and basically what we want to talk about is plant diseases, and mostly we are going to focus our concern on potatoes. As you can see, I'm in the field of potato, and then we focus on maize. Mostly we are going to look about the diseases in potato. We are going to look about the fungal diseases and the bacterial diseases, and I will show you the difference, and I will also advise you on how best you can control depending on the diseases in your plant. So fungal diseases have affected nations that have depended on the disease until invention have been done about chemicals that control the disease. So if I would start with the red blight of potato, it is a dangerous disease. As you can see, it has caused effect on our plant, whereby starting with I can show you an example here. We start by the leaf being affected. The early symptom of the leaf being affected is where the leaf starts to yellow, or the condition known as chlorosis. The leaf starts to yellow until it can no longer manufacture food for itself. So next, what will happen to the leaf? The leaf will start turning black. That is what we call the dying of the leaf. It is necrosis. The leaf starts dying until the whole leaf, the whole compound leaf, begins to diminish. Right? As you can see here, the leaf has no longer, the stipulate of the leaf has no longer leaves that can make food for the plant. This is a whole plant that has been affected, and as you can see, the number of leaves has reduced comparing to a plant like this one. If you compare this plant, this is a healthy plant, and this is a plant that has been affected by the red blight of potato. And this is our indicator, the symptom that shows that it is a red blight of potato, and it has affected our crop. The leaves are necrotic. Some of them are chlorotic. That means they are yellow. The necrotic means that they are dead, and they can no longer make food for the plant. Comparing a plant like this and a plant like this, a plant like this will make food. What we consume in potatoes, that is the tubers, will make tubers, and a plant like this will not make tubers, or if it will make very small tubers that cannot compete with a plant like this for market. Therefore, we want to look at also you can see that the stem has also been eaten by the disease. The disease travels from the leaf downward, causing the shoot to die back. What is called the shoot die back. The stem is no more. It can no longer make food. So the next disease we want to talk about is right here with us, and it is right here with us, and it is the bacterial wilt. Bacterial wilt. As you can see, my plant here is bedding. It's bedding like this. It is not straight as it ought to be, as you can see. This is a disease caused by bacteria, or it can also be caused by a fungus. How do you differentiate between a fungus and a bacteria in case you want to control the disease in your field? First of all, in case of a bacterial disease, how you differentiate it from the fungal disease? That is the fungal disease is known as the Fusarium wilt, while the bacterial disease is known as the bacterial wilt. In the case of bacterial wilt, you just pick a portion of the plant, of the potato plant like this. If you would dip it in clean water, in a clear glass, there would be oozes. That is what we call the bacterial oozes, oozing from the plant. That is not a symptom, it is a sign that indeed your plant has been affected. In the case of a fungal disease, there will be no oozes in the glass, in the water. So that is our coverage today about the diseases of the plant. of the tomato plant. And as you can see now here, and the potatoes that we have here, these are healthy potatoes. The fungicides, appropriate fungicides have been used, manure and fertilizer has been applied here, and there is no comparison between an affected plant and a plant that has not been affected. In this one, you can see that they are approximately 55 centimeters long, and the plant is very healthy. The stem is very healthy, as you can see. The stem is very healthy to make the plant, to make food for the plant, and also to support a large number of leaves that exist. Therefore, this plant, the outcome will be that it will be able to make food in large numbers and to produce bigger tubers than the one that has been affected. So another thing to talk about the potatoes is the adding up of potatoes. As you can see, making ridges for the plant, so that's to give room for the tubers to expand. Between this row and this row, you can see a ridge. You can see a ridge here, and this is soil that the plant has been added up. Why do we do adding up in potatoes? It is because we want to allow this plant, the tubers, to have more soil to make nutrients for itself, and to have also room for water. This ridge is creating room for the water. Therefore, you can see this canopy being created here does not prevent the evaporation of moisture. Prevent the evaporation of moisture in our field. So, in case of controlling diseases, it is better to use fungal biocides, fungal chemicals to control fungicides, and to use other chemicals to control bacteria, as advised by the extensionist officer of the government, or as advised by the agrovet person. So that is all to cover in our potato field. Next we shall go to the maize field. So welcome back to our, as we continue with our diseases, we will cover the maize diseases, and mostly the diseases that affect maize. Mostly the diseases that affect maize are caused by viruses, and the disease is called maize streak virus. It is caused by a pathogen known as Hemeralia verstatrix, and that is the name of the pathogen that causes the disease the virus that causes the disease maize streak in a maize field. So, what are the symptoms that will tell you that your plant, the maize plant, has been affected by the maize streak virus? So, if you take this maize, for example, you can see that in the veins, the virus attacks the plant veins progressively, continuously, going upward, so that your maize will be eaten in lines where the veins are going through, are cutting through. So these are the symptoms that it has been affected. So the symptom number one is that the plant will start yellowing, what you call chlorosis. Next, what will happen as the plant get eaten or get consumed by the diseases, by the virus? It will start dying. It will start necrosis. That is whereby it will start dying, and it can no longer make food for the plant. Therefore, this is what a maize looks like. It is what it looks like, and if it has been affected by a maize by the virus, the consequences is that you are going to get low returns in terms of production. Also, if the maize is for consumption if it's for making the silage, you're also going to get less leaves. And what you need in silage making is more leaves and a vegetative maize plant. So it is good to control viruses in your field using you can see our plant here is a maize plant that has been heavily affected by the disease. In the case that it has started even dying from the topmost part of the leaf downward. You can see that the symptom here is stunted growth. You can't compare this plant and this plant, for example, that are in the same field, being fed with the same nutrients, and occupying even and receiving even the same sunlight. You can't compare them, since this one is highly affected by the disease and this one is not. So how do you control this? How do you control the maize streak virus? So it is good, first of all, to know that prevention is better than cure. It is better to prevent your crops against your field against the infestation of the virus by planting a resistant crop variety or using biocides that control against viruses. So that is all for today, and I thank you for your audience. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope that this video will be more important to you in controlling your diseases in the field, and as you continue to watch even more videos that I will be bringing. Thank you.